What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. As you can see, the video looks a little bit different, and honestly, I'm just trying to experiment something, making the video a little more zoomed in to crop out all the things. I know eventually, maybe in the future, I might just do no HUD when racing. However, you know, I got some footage laying around, so I was like, why not just randomly just try out some things, see how y'all like it. If you don't, just let me know in the comments, or whatever else I can do. Just give me some feedback and I will definitely listen to it. So we are driving the Sesto Elemento, and man, I miss this car. I really shouldn't have sold it. Now, why did I sell it? Because literally for no reason, because I was like, oh, I didn't use the car for it, so let me sell it. I have a bad habit of doing that. I just sell things that I just don't use. Hence why, if you ever look at my accounts, I do tend to have money, even though I don't really play the game much at all. In fact, I really haven't played the game a lot since maybe April, early May, for a little bit. It's about to be July, you know? So we're going up against the Zonda Cinque. Man, memories when this car, when the F1 Elite wasn't out and this was like the meta car and everyone was just trying to use it. Yeah, what a time, man. When the CCXR and Agera were viable meta cars. What a time. Now, this Sesto Elemento, I gotta say, definitely one of my favorite Lamborghinis. I'm very impartial to Gallardo. Kind of makes sense because I grew up around the time when the Gallardo was new. So, Gallardo styled cars based off Gallardo. I'm pretty sure this is based off Gallardo. Yeah, and you can even see like styling cues of it was definitely influenced on the Huracan. I really like this car. Great car to drive on WUG as well. Has really nice grip. It's not really much of a top speed car from experience, or maybe it's my tuning. Not much of a top speed car, however, it is quite lovely to drive. Especially in the corners, because this thing takes them like a champ. And if it wasn't for my mess ups, if you can see, with these corners, I'm actually catching up. However, I messed up again, so all that literally for nothing. Making some ground. See, with this car's cornering, but I'm making up some ground because the Cinque is not a grippy car. It has decent handling, you know. Speaking of the Cinque, I have not driven one in forever. They're never on sale. Usually I only buy cars on sale. That's kind of my shtick. So honestly, whenever I see one on sale, I'll buy it and give it a showcase. Very close. Probably could have won that, but great race either way. We are back with this thing. Yeah, I just did so many races with this thing for that achievement of getting 20 races with the 190E. But everything I said before still stands, unless the car got retuned. It is terrible. Or maybe it's because of the fact that it's at B class. That's probably why. It could probably be a C class car or a D class. Is it? Can you get in D class? I'm not sure, but it's probably better for lower classes. And also my tune is just all yellow parts, so bear that in mind. But the state I drove it in was not great at all. It has launch. Literally every race, I always go out in front because of the nitrous. It's super strong. So not spammers, this thing is a beast. But everywhere else, it's just so underwhelming. And it sucks too, because this is a 190, so it's like, you would expect the car to have some nice performance. However, in this case, at B Class 599, it is pretty bad. So definitely downgrade if you can. Oh man, wow, just trying to get out of the way, man. Now here's a much better B-Class car. B-Class car that I use for the Blacklist, because this car is pretty fire at racing. And base, it's a 595 car, so pretty much you spend like 200 bucks on it to get 599. And here you have the Gallardo Superleggera. Is that an R8 5.2? It's no. This one is this the 5.1, 5.2 version? Pretty sure this one's the 5.0 because it's a pre-facelift one. And also the cool thing is that even though it's a B-Class car, it's a supercar, you know. So it's pretty dope. Man, rip to that person driving a Mercedes because that is insane. But look at, we're in B Class and look at the car variety. You know, we got a Mercedes SL, we got an R8, a Gallardo, but we also have a tuner car. We have our Mazda RX-8. I'm pretty sure it's a Speed 3 edition. Shout out to the R8. Yeah, I really like B Class. B Class is my favorite class because there's so much car variety. Like cars that like seem like they should be way faster than what they are, and then cars that are slower, that look slower but they're really fast. Honestly, B Class is just great, and the racing in general, definitely the most competitive in B Class from my experience. Good power and good handles. Now here's a class where power is literally non-existent. We have the Acura Integra. This is the GSR, I'm pretty sure. And I gotta say, it's not bad. like there really is nothing wrong with it. I am on keyboard, so anything C-Class, you can get away with keyboard in terms of being super competitive. But when it comes to D-Class and E-Class, yeah, like this keyboard situation just ain't working out. Just trying to keep your speed at such momentum. You basically are pressing tap, 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 tap on the keyboard, and you just can't beat controllers when it comes to this. I know there was a comment made on one of my videos last week about how my cars turn so fast, and that's because I just use keyboard. That's pretty much it. You know, keyboard, you have no way to control the turn, whereas with a controller, you can control everything. You have precise control. You can really put the car where you want it to be, rather than with keyboard where you kind of have to put the car in hopes that the game does what you want it to do. I'm going to make this a Panda Uno. I've never actually driven a Panda Uno before, so I don't know what the characteristics are like. I imagine because of the way it looks, it's like a go-kart handling. Because this car, great handling, but it's not go-kart handling. And the Panda looks like a car that has go-kart handling. And on top of that too, I imagine this car is not that much more powerful. In terms of power with the D-Class cars, any of the old muscle cars tend to have a lot of power, like straight line speed. However, they usually suck for cornering, so they're only good for like more highway based. That being said, also these cars are very niche as well. D-Class is a very niche class. There's no like all-in-one type of car you can get. Same with E-Class, and to an extent C-Class, because I feel like B-Class and above, you can kind of get away with different types of vehicles with certain tracks. And that was kind of the end of that race. It was like, whatever. And we are back with the Nissan Skyline V35. Also known as the G35 in the game. Man, the G35. they kind of did EA, the devs. Oh man, just that could have ended up bad. EA, the devs in general, they definitely were a bit lacking with this one. They probably ripped the model straight from Carbon. To be honest, I have not played Carbon in a long time, so I haven't checked out the G35. Even though the funny thing is, I actually did drive the G35 on the game. But something about the wheels, you know, the model that they use with the wheels and stuff, it's just all so poor quality that this car looks really poor in this game. And it doesn't do it justice at all, because actually most of the G35s you'll ever see will not do the car justice, because no one keeps the car stock. I have seen maybe in my life, maybe 2 stock G35s. And I've seen so many G35s. All of them, like, they like put mods on them. Just absolutely just ruin the car. Same with all Infinities. You know, I don't understand, unless you're making it OEM plus and like you're retrofitting parts, like putting new Infinity wheels, for example, on the car. People modding these cars, it's just like why? Like I saw, for example, 2 Q50s driving by, you know, with the diffuser and stuff, and it's like, it looks terrible. Like, honestly, like, I get that people like that look, and that was a bad hit. I get that people like that look, but Infinities, like, you can do that to Beamers, and you can do that to Mercs, but with Infinities, obviously they're not the same type of class, because Infinities is just, to be fair, people buy secondhand Infinities because they can't afford a Beamer or a Merc, for the most part. And that's the thing too, the secondhand market for Infinities, all the cars are pretty much trashed, so it's really hard to find one that in good condition. So whoever has one in good condition, I salute to you, because Infinities is like one of the only cars I can think of, and especially like a normal, like quote unquote normal brand that isn't like, you know, Ferrari or something, where the styling just don't do anything at all to the car, because it looks great the way it does. And I've seen 2 clean, oh man, what is this traffic, dude? Well, there goes our consistency. But like I was saying, Infinities are, in my opinion, styled the way they should be, and modding them or adding any cosmetics tends to just ruin them. Now in this game, the car looks mid, performance is mid, it's such a mid car. Back again with the Viper, ready to take on some more cops. So this is still the blue Jug. However, I just gave it some fresh paint. Actually made it look like my street spec car on the crew, my street spec Dodge Viper. But man, this car is such a beast, man. Such a beast. What a insane car to drive. Definitely one of the best pursuit cars I've ever driven. Especially with the Jug. This thing goes crazy. Get rid of the ice cream shop. Rest in peace to ice cream. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? I'm a simple guy. I like vanilla and chocolate. However, vanilla is my preference. Any fancy flavors? Probably like cookie dough. Honestly, everything I'm saying is like probably the most basic bland flavors. I rock with mango. Honestly, in terms of ice cream, I rock with every flavor. I'm not really impartial. Probably a least favorite one. Yeah, it's kind of hard because all of them, it's like, if someone gave me ice cream and let's say, like, I know for example people don't like strawberry, like, I'll eat that, like, no problem, you know, it's tasty. I really don't have ice cream or really any sweets and stuff, so whenever I do, it's just a nice little treat. Man, these cops, they think they can stop me, but they can't. They literally can't. You cannot touch me, my dude. You cannot touch me at all. Wow, that was quite a quite some flight right there. Juggernaut is like so satisfying. It's not satisfying if you're being rammed at someone with it, that's one thing. And honestly, if y'all ever watched the dev diaries when they were telling you about power-ups, who in their right mind thought, yes, we'll add a power-up in races where you can smash through everything and players, because they literally showed like gameplay of them smashing players. So for Juggernaut, it literally, one of the purposes of Juggernaut is just to ram people. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, oh yeah, this is totally no one's, you know, gonna take advantage of this or like, you know, use it to their ability. Especially in this game, because this game's running off the, what, the Carbon engine? And what is this? Speed. This is on the Speed engine. And the Speed engine's physics are so wacky. Like the way the cars like react and stuff. Like, it's definitely one of the wackiest, and it makes sense because it's literally a, what, early 2000s game engine that was probably developed in the 90s. So it's not advanced at all. But as I'm saying that right now, you see, this game is built on such old technology, yet it's so fun. Like, in terms of driving and stuff, it feels nice. Granted, that's probably a bias because I'm used to it. However, in terms of the way the steering is, it's actually really good. I mean, especially because the fact that SBRW devs tuned it this way to make all the cars responsive. So it really clearly shows that if EA wanted to, they wanted to put more resources into this. Like, this could have been an amazing game. This could have been a game that lasted for 20 years. Like, you never know. The fact that we are at, I think, the Soapbox, the public beta was in 2018. WUG started in 2020 after the merge. And it's been 4.5 years since WUG began. Which would mean that it's like 6.5 years since the public beta for Soapbox. So we already surpassed, it's about to surpass all of World's development, because the World was like 2009 to 2015 for like including the betas and stuff. So honestly, this game is such like lost potential. But anyways, y'all, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the format, and peace. Take care.